Hey y'all, it's Christy from Teadoddles. I am doing a Teadoddles talk. I think this is episode number 63. I'm not sure. It's been a long time. I think when I looked it up, that's what it was. But I was doing vlog. I did a little vlog last week, but then when I got my sewing room rearranged, I just got really inspired to do some making. So I decided to just put it in a Teadoddles talks. But before we get started, let me say welcome subscribers, welcome new subscribers, welcome back subscribers. I'm happy to have you here with me in my maker shenanigans. I do like to do the yarny things, the sewing things, and the DIY things, so you'll see a little bit of all of that here on this channel. So if you like to make things, you might like it here. Okay, so if you've been here with me for a while, you'll notice that this is a very different setup. That's because I rearranged my whole craft space. I did do a little tour when I had it mostly in place. And I realized when I set up my camera today that y'all would be looking at my desk, which is now where this sewing shelf used to be, and one of my DIY pegboards. It's impossible for me to film in a space where you can see all of those things like I used to have it. But looking at the desk was not very appealing, so I decided to move things over a little bit. I have two camera stands on my drafting table in here. One I typically use for tutorials because I can hang my camera upside down and look at it while I'm doing it. That's the one I've got it hanging from right now. The other one is a clip style that I used to use for regular videos like this. So currently using my tutorial one. It's working really good for this. It's not shaking or anything like that. The other one will shake if I bend it out too far. This one doesn't really do that, so that's good. And I may change it up after this, so we'll see. I like this background better than the desk over here. I do like having my desk in here because I can do all my shipping and stuff in here. I got my printers in here. I can do everything in here. I don't have to go back and forth across the house 100 times because I forgot something. So it's all right here. So that's been very convenient. That saves me some time. As I said, reorganizing my maker space has certainly restarted my maker mojo. I've been just doing all kinds of stuff since I got it reorganized. May not have done some of the things I had originally set out to do, like clean off my back porch while I was off, but it's been really hot, and that's my excuse for that. So it will happen eventually. If you're new here, when I usually do these Teadoddles talks, I talk about the things I've made. I'm going to get back to doing these about once a month, and then doing some other tutorials and things, which I'll talk about throughout this video. I usually give a life update in the beginning, and then I do yarny goodness, and then I do fabric obsessed and DIY and thrifty fun. So those are the sections I usually go through. So I have a lot to show y'all today. So this is going to be a longer one, so you may want some coffee. This little sign here, I don't know if y'all can read it, but it says coffee time with Teadoddles makers. Does it say with? It's hard to see if you don't have it laying against the right background, so I was trying to hang it up. One of my subscribers made this for me a long time ago, and I've been wanting to hang it up, and now I have it hanging up. It is part of my fabric shelf, but the things on top are not things I get into all the time. There are some quilts in progress, and this right here is my personal stash of fat quarters that I hoard. But all of these over here are fat quarters as well on this second shelf. But I use them for different things. I do use my fabric for stuff. I've actually got a pile of stuff in there where I cleaned out things that needs to go to the Helping Hands or one of those places in town. I think we have a Habitat store too. I've just got to... Some of it I can load in my car and take, but some of it I cannot. I have several chairs in there that need to go, and I'm going to have someone help with that. So I'm making progress, and that's all that matters. I really am enjoying my new space. So what have I been doing? Well, I've just told y'all basically what I've been doing. I've been reorganizing and cleaning out. I just in a different space in my life now, so I'm trying to still adjusting to that, and still figuring out what I want to do. And that's been part of the reason for my absence and touch and go kind of things. Just when I think I'm getting back in the groove, it just says something else seems to be going on. So I really feel like I'm back in the groove now more. I'm getting better on my routines and stuff, and trying to get that kind of stuff in. Got my planner back out and got that all filled out, so I'm very excited about that. I will have a blog post going out in the morning. I thought I'd have it done today, but I didn't quite get to that. I was doing some sewing earlier, and I have to go to the grocery store when I get done with this. So this may be late this evening. This is Friday afternoon. I don't know, I think it's about 4:30. And then I will, hopefully, it'll either be out late this evening or in the morning. Depends on when my son can get it. Do all the stuff to it that needs to be done. Edited. I couldn't get that word to come out for some reason. So, I do have big plans and things coming up that I'm excited to talk about. So, some things to go over briefly. If you are not already a member of my, I have a cow going on this year, which is a crochet along. It is a cozy murder mystery cow. I just posted April and May's because I got behind in April. April was a very busy month for me, and I post a cozy murder mystery book to read, and then we are doing a row by row this year, so you get so many sections, two sections per month to add to your blanket. There's a link down below to that Facebook group, and that is you can subscribe to my blog as well to get the emails when it comes out. I do share it in the Facebook group as well. And I need to, I haven't pulled any winners for any month this year, but usually I pull a winner each month to give. Last year I did my mini maker bag. I found a fingerprint and one that looked kind of like blood splatter, and that I made a bag out of it, and that's what I gave away. Haven't found anything. If y'all have any suggestions, let me know below, because the only thing I found that was real interesting is on Spoon Flower, and their fabric is very expensive. I know it's custom printed, but you're talking like $17 plus a yard, which is a lot for, it's probably more than that now, but that's a lot for just a quilting cotton. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do for that. So I haven't forgotten about that. I also have a Teadoddles Makers Facebook group where you can post anything that you make. I haven't been very active in that group, and I apologize for that. As I said, my Maker Mojo has been on the fritz, and I have been busy with other things. So I'm hoping to get back in there. There are people who still share in there. There's all kinds of fun things to see, so I would take a look. The plans I had for the group I didn't get to. Like I said, I'm still working through it. I hope y'all understand. I'm sure everybody understands how life can be sometimes. Hold on just a second. Okay. I had to get a tissue. My nose, it's running. Allergies and going in and out from the hot to the cold because I have the AC on. It's been in the upper 90s here with heat indexes in the hundreds, so it's been hot here this week. Very hot, and it hasn't rained in quite some time. It's supposed to rain this weekend. It may rain this evening, so I'm hoping so, because it's very dry and dusty and humid, and dry and humid doesn't seem to go together. The ground is dusty and dry, but the air is humid, if that makes sense. If you live in South Georgia or anywhere thereabouts, you know what I'm talking about. So those are the groups that I have. I'm trying to think. I do have an Etsy shop. It's listed below, although currently mostly what I've had in there recently has been leftover clubs, and I did a yarn destash, and I've done some fabric destashing in there, mostly scraps and stuff. I will have other bags coming. I'm working through backlogs of stuff to try to get caught up. So something else I want to put in my shop though, I want to put baskets. I did rope baskets a while back, and I keep saying that, and I still want to put some rope baskets in there. I'm thinking about doing some pin cushions. I did pin cushions for the Maker Quarterly Club, which I know I sold the last of those after Carrie Penny made her video. I did see the tag, Carrie, so thank you. I haven't watched the video yet, but maybe this evening I'll get to. But I don't have any more of those. So there were only 3 leftovers, and they have all sold. So, but I do have some of that fabric. Actually, here it is right here. If I can get it out. Give me just a second. Get it out without pulling everything off the shelf. This is the fabric, which I thought was really cute. I have a lot of this fabric left because I over-ordered, because I wasn't thinking about that I had a different fabric on the bottom, so I didn't need the full width for each bag like I did the lining. So I'm going to make some more totes similar to the fabrics will be slightly different because I don't have enough of the other fabrics to make them exact. And I'm going to put those in the shop. If you saw that and you really liked the fabric, I'm going to do some of those, but I'm also going to do some probably different size bags with this too than the totes. So that I am going to do. I just don't have any more of those clubs left. The Maker Quarterly Club is 4 times a year, and everybody has, I'm trying to think, a little over half are on reserve, and I only did 20 spots because that's just what I did, because those are a little more to put together. And then I still have the Mini Maker Club, which I have talked about before. My Mini Maker Club, I think I'm retiring at the end of this year. It hasn't been as popular this year. Some of that may be because I haven't been doing videos over it like I used to do. I just haven't. The other reason is that it's kind of burning me out a little bit to sew the same little bags, like a ton of them each month. And I like to be able to sew different things and use different fabrics, and I think that's part of the problem. So I will be sewing bags still, but I think that club will be retiring at the end of the year, so I can pursue other things. And if that makes some people sad, I'm sorry. But that's what I need to do for me. If it changes before the end of the year, I'll let you know. We're only in May, right? All right. As far as other life updates, I just got a haircut, which y'all probably wouldn't notice because you hadn't seen me, but my hair was pretty, it was getting shaggy. So I did dye it again. It's a little darker than the last time, which was a little brighter last time, but yeah, I've just been, me and my friend, she dyes it in her bathroom just with some $7 Walmart dye. That's it, nothing fancy. I like it, so I'll keep it until I don't like it, and that's how that goes. But otherwise, I've just been enjoying life and doing stuff with my friends and hanging out and family. We had a low country boil on Mother's Day weekend. It was really nice. I've got to see a lot of family I hadn't seen in a while. We all had a little gathering. It was really nice, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to doing more stuff like that for the summer. I will be going back to work next week. I am an adjunct instructor with a local college. I teach drafting, which was my profession for a long time. So I do summer semester, so I'll be going back next week for that. Summer semester is a little different because it's only 8 weeks, but the classes are longer because you got to cram all that stuff in 8 weeks. So I think that's pretty much it for a life update. I'm going to go into Yarny Goodness next. So I'm going to put a little pause here and I'll be right back. Okay, it's time for Yarny Goodness. I have actually been crocheting some. I've done a little bit of knitting, not much. I have a scarf that it seems like I'm never going to finish. That I just want to be finished with. Knitting goes a lot slower for me than crocheting, so that's why I don't get as much done with that. I have put in some work on my corner to corner blanket, which I've shown y'all before. I didn't want to drag it in here because you can't really tell what I did. I just put in some on it ever so often. And of course I do the pattern for the crochet along I mentioned before. And I have been working on patterns for the Mini Maker Club, the yarn that comes with it. I'm doing a mandala pattern each month, and we're going to join it together to make a scarf in the end. I have posted January and February there. If you've been waiting on it, they're on the blog. You get a password and stuff in the newsletter when you order the club. So I'm working currently on March's, and I should have that done before the weekend actually, hopefully, and get it posted, and then I'll get April's out. But this is March's. So ooh, that's really bright, isn't it? This is March's so far. So the first mandala I did, I have them here. First one I did, I need to weave in my ends. The first one I did, I changed stuff as I went around. It was more complex. And then I realized it'd probably be better if I did them more of a 2-row repeat for each one. It's easier to focus on that when you do a mandala. So this is the first one for January. Like I said, the pattern's a little more complex because it changes every row. And this one is February. This one is very basic for the most part. It has a 2-row repeat. You just increase as you go around. It doesn't have as much of a pattern to it, but you can see it still has this nice scalloped edge. And this is the one I'm working on for March. Now it will basically have a 2-row repeat as well, but I'm having to adjust stitch count for rows as I go in and out to keep it from it was wanting to ruffle up, and that's not what I want it to do. So it has the same basic repeat, but the stitch count changes slightly as you go around to adjust for that. So this one reminds me of Sunshine, which is what I was kind of going for because of the color of the yarn. So this was March, and like I said, if you're in the club you get that. If you're not in the club, I will probably post this as a pattern in the shop once they're all complete, but that won't be till the end of the year. That's part of the perk of being in the club. So I went through all my crocheted things, and I have a whole bag of donate things in there. I went ahead and wove the ends in for everything that was it still hadn't been finished before I put it in there. Now I have some that of my personal objects that I still need to do that for, but I did get the ones that were for the giveaway done. And I finished another hat. Y'all, I don't even know what this, I didn't bring my yarn label in here, nothing, which is terrible because I just reorganized all my little notebooks to keep up with that. But this pattern was on the label for this hat, so it's just a basic beanie, and it had some little bit of texture at the bottom. So this was, what was this? I don't know. this yarn is. It's probably something that's not, you can't get anymore anyway, so it doesn't matter. If somebody really wants to know, let me know in the comments and I'll look it up. But I finished that hat. I have a bunch of hats in there actually. And I started on this hat, which I haven't finished. This is actually a beret. That's what it's going to be. I have a bag full of yarns in there that are just for hats because I have one skein of them or something like that. I know this is line brand Woolies Thick and Quick. I think it's called River Run or something like that. So this is going to be a beanie. You can see it's starting to turn in like a beanie. So that one I haven't finished yet, but it was when I started. And then I have a bag of weird yarns. I call them weird yarns, like thicker yarns or weird textured yarns over there. And one of them was this, this is, I'm pretty sure this is Bernat. No, this is Loops and Thread velvet yarn, like a chunky velvet yarn. I remember, I don't have the label in here with me. I had like 4 of these. I had them in the shop for D-Stash at one point, but then somebody bought it and then they decided I didn't ship it fast enough and they wanted their money back, so I just didn't put it back in the shop. And I decided the other day that I would just try to do something with it. Originally I was going to make the scarf that was on the pattern on the label, the scarf pattern on the label, but I have these huge pillow forms where I was going to make for my couch, but since my dogs are always up there messing up stuff, I don't want to do that anymore. I decided to make some pillows for my bed, and I'm just crocheting. It's just single crochet. This is very soft. So I'm gonna make a pillow cover, and I'm gonna put a pattern fabric liner behind it so you can kind of see it through because it's got holes. So that's what I'm doing with that. And my gigantic hook. This is a T30 hook. This is quite something to try to crochet with, I'm gonna tell you. This does not go as fast as regular crochet because it's so huge. But that's something I started working on. I have a ton of other in progress stuff in there, but this is just some newer kind of stuff that I wanted to show y'all. Not the same things that I keep not having finished. And then the last thing I wanted to show you was some washcloths I've been working on. I don't remember the pattern, but I'll try to look it up and link it below. This has got a border to it, which I haven't done the border yet. I'm going to use, oh, I got so much stuff. This for a border, this solid. This was a one of those little tiny cottons from Hobby Lobby. I do have labels in here. Y'all can hear that. Yes, the little dollops. That's what it is. And it took pretty much, I think I got a little bit hanging out in here. No, it took pretty much the whole thing to make that. So I really like the color gradation in that. And then I made one with a Lilies and Cream little ball I had. And I have another one started with, because it didn't take the whole Lilies and Cream, with the rest of Lilies and Cream and some leftover, I think this is a cotton linen blend yarn, blah, 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 blah. So I'm just trying to use up some scraps on that one. And I just made another scrubby washcloth. So that's just washcloths. I really like this pattern though. It's got that nice texture to it. So this is my cotton washcloth bag. So I think that's all I have for Yarn and Goodness. I don't have any new yarns to show y'all. I haven't been buying yarn because I have a ton of it and I need to get through it. And I showed y'all some new yarn a while back that's still sitting over there that I need to put up. So no new yarns today. I did show y'all a fabric haul last week or the week before, or whenever I showed that. So I won't be showing that in this video. But I think that's all for yarny goodness. And next comes Fabric Obsessed. So I'll see y'all over there. Okay, it's time for Fabric Obsessed. I actually have a ton of things to show you in this section because I have been doing a lot of sewing. I've been catching up on all my little bits that I had that I need to do this or that too, finishing up some things I had hanging up. I've got several quilt tops, although one is big, three are minis or like wall hanging type quilt tops done. So let's just dive right into it. Oh, I do also want to say that I've had a lot of people say they would enjoy sewing tutorials, and I would love to hear what kind of tutorials you would like to see. I have done tutorials on some clothing alterations on here. I have done tutorials on a quilt top I did. I made it out of a year's worth of baby clothes that one of my cousins had and asked me to do. I've done some other sewing tutorials on here. So I would just like to know what kind of things you'd like to see. I have some ideas about what I want to do, but I'd love to hear from y'all as to what kind of sewing tutorials you would like to see, or tutorials for other things. If you've ever seen my blog, or you can take a look around there, and if you see projects on there that maybe you'd like to see a video for, I could try to make that happen. It just depends on what the project is. Some things are kind of a one-off thing, but so y'all just let me know in the comments down below what y'all would like to see, because I have ideas about what I want to do, but I like to do things that you would enjoy watching. So let's just take a look at what we got going on here, and hold on just one second. Okay, so the first thing I want to show y'all is this. This is supposed to be a hot pad, y'all. It's a little flip flop. I had a Annie's has several clubs you can sign up for, and I had tried a bunch of them in the past, and some of them I've never made. This was a, I don't remember what this was for. This was, I have the paper right over here. Y'all give me just a second. Maybe I didn't get my bits in the way. This is the Holiday Quilters Club. That's what this is. So it came with the, you know, you have different seasons here. And so I've cut everything out for these other three, but I just made the flip-flop because it's about to be summertime. And then in fall, I'll do the pumpkin, and then I'll do this for winter, and then when it's spring again, I'll do the ladybug one. So I have them all cut out, so they're ready to go. But this is the only one I finished. But now, I don't think this is going to make a really good hot pad. For one, it's got this button on it. Doesn't make sense. It's just not very thick, but it's cute. Something you can hang up for decoration if you want to. This one in particular, I think there's some other ones that have buttons on them too, and I just don't think that's a good thing to put on a hot pad, but it's cute. It's a little flip-flop. It was pretty easy to put together, except this little flower. It's not quite even, but so that's one thing I finished. These I technically have to stuff still, so they're not completely finished. This is Ghastly's characters. These were little things, and I had quilted around the edges, as you can see. I'm gonna make them into little decorative pillows. That was the whole purpose. I put this fabric on the back because I liked the way it went with it. And I just gotta stuff them and sew up the ends. So this will be for Halloween. You'll notice some of this stuff is not relatable to current holidays, but it was stuff that I had started and I wanted to just get done. So I also finished this. This is going to be a wall hanging whenever I actually quilt it. It's just a bunch of blocks with hearts and love I had made, and I just kind of put them together in a little, it'll be a little wall hanging. I'll put tabs or something on it so I can hang it up, probably from my mantle shelf whenever I get it quilted. So it's just a flimsy, as they say, and I have my binding already all ready for it. I just have to do a backing and quilt it. So that is quilt top number 1 that I have finished. The next one was, so I showed y'all pictures of this. It's the 2020, you can see how behind I am on these. This was a Liberty box from Fat Quarter Shop. They do these boxes every once in a while with these fun little things in it. So this came with all the fabric I needed to make the, well, that's not true. This is what you were making. This came with, it came with this cute little pin cushion with a wood base and this little hanger. Hold on, y'all. Okay, forgot to close my door when I went to the other room to get something. So, you hear my son bang around in there. It came with these labels you can put on here, which I haven't done yet. And it came with everything but the background to make the quilt top. The background was a linen cotton blend I had in my stash. So, I don't know if y'all even gonna be able to see this. So this is, I used the Freedom block in mine. It had 4 different blocks to choose from for the centerpiece. This is also like a wall quilt. Let y'all see. This is the background that I had to provide. It came with everything else, and it came with enough fabric to do the binding for it. So, these boxes, you never know what you're going to get with it. It's always something different. I will probably, whenever I get this quilted and stuff, I'll probably do something where I can incorporate this into it as part of the hanger. This will definitely not hang the whole thing. But, yeah. So, I had that inside the box. So I can just, apparently I can't fold it back together right because I can't get the box to close. It'll be okay. Alright, and I forgot to put that back in there. That's the only thing about filming from the side of the table, because I don't have as much room to have stuff around me. So the next one I finished was this spooky box. This stuff is sliding. Also from 2020. It came with this cute little cat that you can put on the top of your sewing machine, and these black scissors. And it also came with this ruler. And then this one actually had all the fabric you needed to make the whole top. It just didn't have binding fabric or backing fabric, which these never come with backing fabric, but it did have all the fabric needed to make the entire top. So, which is this cute cat and pumpkin. And it has this fun border, and that is on the top and the bottom. So that is also a wall quilt. So these will be fun to hang up during holidays. I'm gonna get the 4th of July one finished before July, hopefully, so I can hang it up for decoration then, right? And as far as the sewing goes, y'all, I sew quilts, I sew clothing. I have some clothes to show y'all too. if it can be sewn, I pretty much know how to sew it, okay? So anything you think about sewing, let me know. So now the final quilt top I have is, these were squares. I did a blog post a long time ago. I think I showed this in my blog, actually. They're called mini charm packs, and they're 2.5-inch squares, and it's usually of a fabric line. It just gives you a little taste of all the fabrics in the fabric line. And I had a bunch of these. I would buy them to see if I really liked the fabrics before I bought more of them. And these are all more traditional prints than I put in this one. And this is 3 by 5 of these squares, which are about, oh, I don't know how big they are. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So 12 by 12 is what I got. And then I put this strip. This is a Jim Holtz print, I know, but I don't remember what line it's from, but around it. So this is a good lap size quilt is what it will be whenever I get it actually quilted. I have a lot of, these are called a flimsy, as I said before, when it's just the quilt top and it hasn't been quilted. So I have a bunch of, those boxes have a bunch of quilt tops in progress. So I have a bunch of quilt kits and things. So I'm trying to make it through some of the stuff I already have cut out, and eventually my basket's already full of flimsies, so I'm gonna have to quilt them eventually. But I think I need to get some more batting. And then I did this, which is actually, it's just one of those tie blankets. And a lot of times I'll get these and I'll sew them, because that goes much quicker than tying them, in my opinion. But I decided to tie this one because I just like the way it looked. It's got like follow your dreams and stuff on it, so it'll probably be a gift or something for somebody. But it's just been hanging around. I think I got it on clearance one time, so I finally made it into a blanket. That wasn't really sewing though. That's more of a DIY, but I put it in here because it's fabric. So next we're going to move on to clothing that I have finished. This first one is something I actually finished, but I made it way too big, and if y'all saw me back in the winter, I wore it, and it was about 2 of me could fit in it, because I just cut out the biggest size and didn't bother to measure, because I know better than that. I mean, I've been sewing for a long time. It's just, I was being lazy. So I finally have it to a size that actually fits me. So this is like a lightweight sweatshirt, because this is a lighter weight knit. It has this nice contrast star with this rose pattern. It has this really big drapey cowl thing, which I really love. And this fabric is actually a lightweight terry. And inside it has a terry, but I just used it for the banding and stuff. I did not, however, the banding at the bottom, I made the same color as this, mostly because contrasting bandings on me, they hit across my hips, which is my widest point, and I don't want to attract attention to that, so that's why I don't do that. So this one, I finally made it to a size that actually fits me. I don't look like I'm wearing a tent. So I have several t-shirts that I finished, which is the blank slate tee, one of my favorite patterns. It's from well, Melly Sews is her blog, but blank slate patterns is the patterns. I love this pattern. I've made a ton of these shirts because it's 2 pieces, and I really need to make something else, but you know, I already had these cut out. Most of them I just had to hem. So the first one is, plus you can make it out of these fun knits like this one, and it can be dressy. So even though it's a t-shirt, really, like this snake print. And this one I can wear over a tank top. I did something a little different with this. I put a seam down the front of it with, you know, I didn't match my stripes, but I did that on purpose. So, because of the way the fabric laid out, it just didn't happen. So I'm not worried about that. This one is kind of sheerish though. I'd have to wear it over a tank top or something. And this one is made out of workout material, and I ironed on a little print that I had It's very bright. It's blowing out the screen, but I ironed this print on the front of it, which I really like. It's a soft iron-on. So that's all of those that I made. Actually, I had already made them. I just needed to do the hems and stuff, which I don't know why. It's kind of like weaving in the ends on yarn. So I had cut out this pattern a while back, and it's this one right here that I made. This is McCall's. This is 5337. I don't know if it's even in print anymore, y'all. Some of my patterns are old. So I made it. I still got to do the bottom hem, and I still have to fix the top interfacing and hand stitch it, but it doesn't fit me. So, because I cut this out a million years ago, and I'm sure that's why. But this is my version. I love this. I got this from Mood Fabrics. This butterfly silky print, and I used a polka dot sheer for the band here. And I'm not doing a band on the bottom again because I don't want it attract attention to my hips. Now that I can wear it, I can't even wear this. It's way too tight in the underarm. The way this is made, this ruffle thing goes around the whole front, and then it has a basic armhole in the interior. So this was quite an interesting garment to put together because it didn't go together the standard way. But I enjoyed it, and I may try to make it again in different fabrics, but this does not fit me, which is one reason I didn't completely finish it. I will finish it so I can give it to somebody, but you know. This right here is a child's skirt that has been hanging around forever because it just needed elastic in it because I couldn't find someone who could wear it or wanted it so I could measure their waist for elastic. So I just put some elastic in it, and I'm going to donate it, and maybe somebody's kid will be happy with it because I don't need it in my space anymore. And the last garment that I finished was this, which has a really low neckline. You're supposed to put, you could put a drawstring in it or something, but I didn't do that. And it doesn't fit me either. There's something about some of these patterns, like the arm, this part right here is too tight up under my armpit. I mean, I guess my arms are bigger. I need to work on getting rid of some of that. Nobody wanted to see that, but I don't know. I kind of like the way it looked on me, so I may just, I'm getting in the mode of trying to tone this up, so maybe it'll fit afterwards. I don't know, but yeah, this is just a polyester too. It's just a dressy kind of thing. I think this was from a indie company, Pirate something. I can't remember the pattern, but yeah, those are my basically finished objects. I have, let me grab this right quick. I printed just the cover of some patterns I want to do for summer. I'm not going to show all those because there's a bunch of them because I probably won't get through all of them, but I'm going to show you the ones that I already have a pattern printed out or something for, because a lot of indie patterns you can print it out as a PDF. You have to tape it together. So maybe that's something people want to see if they've noticed patterns like that. It's different than the patterns you buy in the store, like the McCall's. So maybe that's something you'd like to see a video on. But these are, I don't have fabrics picked out yet, but this is a top I'm gonna do. It's just a basic, it's kind of a variation of those t-shirts I've been doing, but it has a different color up at the top. So it's different, y'all. It's different. It's a different pattern designer too. So anyway, and these leggings, I'm gonna make some probably capris. I need some more leggings. I was gonna make some workout leggings. Y'all may have seen those. I'm not showing those because they're pretty bad. There were two patterns I put together because I have enough of each. I was gonna make one leg one pattern, one leg the other pattern. It was awful. Yeah, that was a fail. And that happens sometimes, even if you're an experienced sewer like me. So these are another pair of pants. They kind of look like leggings, but they're work pants. These are my favorite. These are the only kind of work pants I have. Because they're comfy. I don't do button work pants. I sit at a desk or I'm walking around the classroom most of the day. So, and that is a Style Arc pattern. They're a pattern company out of Australia, but they sell patterns on Amazon and Etsy, and they have their own pattern store. So this is another one of theirs, the Dahlia tunic. I really like this because you get the contrast hanging out from under it. I'm trying to see what fabrics to use. I don't know. I think this one you can use, you don't have to use stretchy fabrics, but I'm not sure. Sorry about the plastic rattling, but. And then I like this one. This one has a little more design to it, but it's still kind of basic. And this one can be made out of like a linen or something like that. And then, because these right here I'll probably make first because I already have the printed pattern. This company you can order a printed pattern from. It just comes printed on paper and not tissue paper like the ones you get in the store. And then there's this one, which I like. I like the bottom of this. So I probably won't do the contrast band at the bottom, like I've said before. That just makes my hips look bigger. So I would do it at the top, but I just do this all one color. So sometimes when you look at a pattern, you got to know what will work best for my body type. So maybe that's something y'all want a video over. I've learned some stuff about that because of my body type. Sometimes you just got to try stuff out and see how it looks, because you never know. So, and the last thing I have in this section, I knew this would be the longest section, is I have this pair of yoga flowy, they have holes all in it. You can see where I've stitched it and stuff before. I've had these things forever. I love them. They're so comfortable, but they're just wearing out. I mean, you can't put patches but where fabric's worn away. I'm going to make a pattern to make me some pants. Some more of these. So I'll probably do a video on that. If you have a favorite garment you like or something, how to make a pattern out of that. So that's everything I got for Fabric Obsessed. I don't have any fabrics. I showed those last week. I actually do have a little bit to show in DIY and Thrifty Fun. So I'm going to do that next. But like I said, if y'all want to see any tutorials, anything in particular, just let me know down below. Okay? So I'll see y'all in the next segment. Okay, time for DIY and Thrifty Fun. I just have a few things to show here. I did make a wreath, which I gotta have a blog post. Like I said, it'll come out tomorrow. I made it out of recycled pots and things like that. I don't have it with me to show y'all because I gave it to my mother. But I'll put a link to the blog post down below when I get it done. I don't know if it'll go out before or after this, so I'll have to wait and see. But what I did otherwise is I had 3 paper pumpkin, I think that's correct, kits where I tried those out because I had done some a similar kit with Annie's, which was where you make cards and things. It's card of the month kit. And paper pumpkin is, no, it's not. It's not paper pumpkin. It's something pumpkin. Stampin' pumpkin or so, I don't know. It comes with the stuff that you need to make the cards, and it has stamps with it and decorations and stuff. So the main difference I noticed between that one and the Annie's you had to cut out a bunch of things like the paper and stuff. You don't have to cut out paper with this one. It's already cut for you. The only thing I had to ever cut was some of the little ribbon they had with it. So that was it. So this kit, I had 4 of each card. These are really cute. Originally I thought they were Christmas cards, but I think they're more like just encouragement cards. And these were super cute. Dream big, aim high. And it has this background, which has got the other part. It just decorate the outside really with these, but that was super cute. And I have 4 of those, and then 4 like this one. I really like this one. Let the adventure begin. That's what the inside looks like. And then I have 4 of this. Well, actually, I think this one's my favorite. Let Your Light Shine. I really like it with the dragonflies and not dragonflies, the lightning bugs, whatever you want to call them. That's what those are supposed to be. So that was in one set. And it does come with envelopes. And these envelopes are really pretty. They look like this. So that was one kit. I don't know what month these were or when I even got these. So this other kit was more about thanks and congratulations. It had a floral theme. So I have 3 of these. And there's nothing on the inside of these. You can put whatever you want on the inside. And I have 3 like this. This one's really pretty. And then I have 3 like this that say you are amazing. And it came with envelopes too, but they're just plain white envelopes with this set. So then the other one, which is the first one I ever got, it was Father's Day themed. So it must have been a June one. And then the other ones came after. So it has You're the Best Uncle. It's baseball Father's Day themed. 3 of those. This one says All-Star Son. And this one says, Grandpa, you're in a league of your own. So I have 3 of each of those. It has instructions that were super easy to do. These envelopes are kind of cool because they have that on the little tab. So I made all of those. Those were pretty quick to do because everything's already cut and you punch out or you just grab and stick. So those went pretty easy. So I went ahead and did all 3 of those. And now I got to figure out where I'm going to put all these cards because I don't typically do cards anymore for people. And I don't know who I would give some of these to, but I may give them to somebody who does gift cards. So I may do that. So the only other thing I wanted to show you, I meant to show y'all at the beginning, were I have 2 I know mini maker clubs available in the shop. One is March's and one is April's. So this is what April's looks like. It was sewing themed. I got that fabric inside, and this is the yarn that came with it. Oh, this is March, not April. I'm sorry. I think I said April. March's theme. And there are pictures on the little sewing kit with it. And these are the charms. I'm not taking it out of the package, but it's a little flower. And this one has a sewing machine with it, I think. You either get sewing machine or scissors or thread or something. So that's what you get with it. And I just realized I have the wrong package for this one. Hold on just okay, apparently I don't have the rest of the charms packed up for April, and I need to do that. But it was like a fruit or vegetable, and then I think I had like a flower, not a lotus flower or a tree of life or a feather was the other charm for April. So this bag, you'll notice, don't have a drawstring in it, and I'm gonna tell you why in a minute, because I realized that fabric I got for April was flawed, and hopefully I didn't send anybody a bag with a hole in it, because for some reason there were places in that fabric, you can see it right here, that had little worn holes in it. And there was one that I have over here. It was really bad, and I was like, what in the world is going on here? So, but this is the fabric, sans a hole. That's why I haven't finished this bag. It was a gardening theme. It has this really pretty hydrangea fabric in there. I like it. And this is the yarn. I really love this yarn. I think this is my favorite one yet. It looks so good with this Norma thread. And the charm, I told you what the charms were, and the extra is a packet of flower seeds. They're all different, so they won't all be daisies. They're all different flowers. It was an assorted pack that I got. So I think that's it. So I've got to go get some other things done, but I will see y'all next time. I I do have the tutorial for the Maker Club coming up next week, so y'all be looking for that then. And until then, y'all have, what do I usually say? Oh my goodness. Make life fun. That's not what I say. I can't remember what I usually say it then. Oh my goodness. Y'all just have a fun making, okay? And I will see y'all next time. Bye.